So go ahead and keep your modern house plan open to the right, and I'll, bring it back and forth so you can see what I'm talking about, but hopefully you'll be able to see it on your screen. So starting with this, what I'd like to do is just to kind of maybe start this out, because when you first start a project, since you guys are used to drafting, this will be different than what you're used to. So first we're going to have to do a little bit of math maybe. Do you guys see that we don't have an overall dimension here? So we're just going to have to kind of draw and then put in a wall and then draw some more, right? So I know, just to do it really quickly, I have 12 feet, 5 feet, and like another 12 feet here. So I've got at least 29, I'm going to say at least 30-ish feet. So because of that, just to get me started, what I'd like to do is I'm going to type in, and watch my screen for just one moment, I'm going to type in WA, and then I'm going to go ahead and do, I don't have stucco, but I do have, I'll start with wood shingles. That's fine. Or no, I'll do wood siding. Everybody loves that. What's that look called? The farmhouse. Yep. So before I even start drawing, do you see that, am I good to go, essentially? No. What should I pause for just a minute and do? So let's talk about my screen. Let's talk about levels. Let's talk about everything. What should we all do together? So what screens should we have up?
3D view.
Yeah, I love having multiple views. So we're going to do first floor, 3D, and north. Why don't you guys get those open and tile them for me? Again, I'm going to give a little bit more room to my first floor just because I'm working on such a small screen.
Remind me how to tile them.
Sure. Actually, will somebody help Olivia? WT, window tile. Good. Thanks, guys. Okay, so kind of in a new section here, I'm going to write wall types, or sorry, walls. So before we start drawing our walls, first we're going to make sure our levels are set. Okay. Can you guys, before we start working, can you guys kind of anticipate what else we need to do? So before we start drawing our walls, we need to make sure we have our levels. I'm going to write consider types, right? We've already done that. There's two other things that are standing out to me. So when I was in this menu here, let me come back, maybe this will help. So WA, okay. Before we start drawing, what are two things that we need to do?
Change unconnected?
Yeah, so levels. Let's write associate. So, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Oh, there we go. I'm going to write not unconnected. Does that help?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else?
The location line, should I
Perfect.
change that to
Yeah,
finish
absolutely.
base?
Yep.
Interior maybe?
Yeah, so in this plan, it's giving us the overall interior faces, right? So your location line, right here, I'm just going to put finish face. Because we don't know if it's going to be interior or exterior, but we do want to work with the finish face. Everybody with me so far? Yep. Now let's put it into practice. Let's give this a try. So I'm going to hit escape. Let's go ahead and do our levels. So let me tile this one more time. This will just be easier for you guys to see. So go ahead and meet me in your north elevation, and let's set our levels. Do we have a second floor?
No.
We don't. So we can just click on that and hit delete. We get a warning just because there's so many plans that are being affected, but that's okay. And I'm going to just change my browser so you can see that there's no longer a second floor. Let's be a little bit fancy. Can we call our first floor the courtyard level? Right? So here's one thing I also want you guys to notice. So right now it's first floor and first floor. I'm going to call this courtyard level. And it's going to ask you a question. Would you like to rename corresponding views? click on yes, and the next time it asks you that, go ahead and say don't ask me again, but say yes. So do you guys see what that did in my project browser? What is that level now called? Yes, and you guys can't see this. Oh, actually, maybe you can. Let's run down to a sheet, and I think we have, click on first level floor plan. Can you guys see what the view title is called? So in your sheets, first floor plan. It's A1 first floor plan. Hopefully that helps. Your view title. Do you see? Sorry, let me zoom out. I just have such a small screen. The view title automatically updates to courtyard level too. So another high five to Revit for doing something that we don't have to think about. Imagine doing this in drafting or even in CAD. If you change a level name, all the places you have to look for it. Tara, do you want me to help you find it? I saw you shake your head no. Oh, you got it? Okay, perfect. Sorry, I didn't know what the head shake was. I just forgot your name, but you're okay, sorry. Yes, Nicole.
That's okay. So my level changed on my, or my name changed on my levels page, but not on my plan.
Yeah, so this is a different name. Like, that's not necessary. So you mean like the A1 first floor plan?
No, like on the first floor, like how yours changed on the courtyard level.
Yeah.
Mine didn't change.
What is it called still?
It's first floor.
First floor. Okay, let's come back to your levels. And, sorry, let's go back to north. Let's zoom out and make sure that, oh, when it asked you the question to rename corresponding views, did you say no by chance?
I'm pretty sure I said yes, though.
Try it again.
I'll try it again.
Yeah, try it again, and when it asks you, say yes this time. I think that would probably be the most simple answer.
I just said yes, and I keep changing it.
Okay, let me come take a peek. Able to rename your views, like do you see the connection? Okay, so Nicole, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that it's gonna do it for you this time. So now I've got my courtyard level. Where am I? I don't know where I am. I'm gonna close this, I'm done with that. Let me tile my no, actually I'm gonna stay here for a minute. What level should we start our roof? And before you answer, let me draw a really quick section of our house. And this is not gonna be pretty, but it's just gonna tell us kind of where things are. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go with the worst case scenario, so the tallest ceilings. So if this is our courtyard level, okay, see you later. Okay, so here's our courtyard. This is where our roof is. Ooh, master's degree, people. Okay, we've got something like this. So we know that our ceilings, did we decide that our worst case scenario is 10 feet, not 11? Okay, let's go with 10 feet. So our ceilings, worst case scenario, are 10 feet. And then we have to have roof structure. This is what this looks like, and then we've got walls that come down. We could even have footings down here. Are you guys with me in what I'm trying to sketch really quickly? Okay, so we'll say that this is at 0, because it's street level. Our actual ceiling, well, we don't know if it's our ceiling, but we just know that it's 10 feet high. So we're just gonna say that this is where the roof structure starts. Then we're gonna have, let's say 2 feet for the roof structure. And in fact, should we add a little bit more? Because usually what ends up happening is if we want to drop the ceilings down at all, we need space for like lights and duct work. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and I'm actually gonna take this up. Let's give at least 1.5 feet for duct and lights, right? And then we're gonna put another 2 feet on top of that for structure. So we're gonna say that this is up at 13 feet 6 inches. Got it? So 0, 10 feet to the bottom of the structure, and then we've got here at 11 feet 6 inches. This is where lights would go. This is where duct work would go. This is air coming down, okay? And basically the top of the roof will be 13 foot 6. You guys with me so far? Okay, so our roof is still at 10 feet. right? So let's go ahead and change that to 10. And that's all we need to do for now. We might add a little bit more structure today, but if not, this is usually what I had like adding another level above this is for Tuesday's class. So we'll just keep rolling with this one. Okay, so we've got courtyard level and roof. Nicole, do you have courtyard level?
Yeah, it worked this time.
Woohoo! It's a glitch. So really, I mean, I sincerely mean this. That was a let it go moment. Like if something's not working and you know you're doing it right, sometimes it's just better to be like, all right, we're just going to restart and see how. We were lucky because we had nothing. And had we drawn most of the house, I would have said, it's fine. We'll manually fix it later. But it's nice when Revit does its job, so we don't have to think about all this. Okay, so this is great. 11 minutes in and we're finally ready to draw, okay? So again, what I'd like to do, let me just start off drawing slowly, and then I'm going to kind of turn it over to you guys because this technique will be different. But I'm going to type in W. Actually, Soren, do you mind if I start with you? We're going to do that thing where we go around the room. We haven't done it in here yet, I don't think. So we're going to start with Soren. I've never used Revit. Tell me exactly what to do. How do I draw a wall? Okay, awesome. Now, Lindy, it's your turn. So I've never opened up Revit before. I hit WA. What do I need to think about first?
Which kind of wall we wanted to draw?
Awesome. Which wall do you want?
Do we want to start with an exterior wall?
Sure. Which one?
So let's pick, you do want to do the wood, wood siding one?
Yep, perfect.
Exterior wood.
Okay. And then,
No wood stud.
Carol, am I ready to draw?
No, please
Good
don't
catch.
take care of that unconnected.
Yes, so we want to make sure that when we're drawing, we know where our walls are going. So this unconnected should change to what, Tara?
To roof.
Yes, so these walls are going to go up to the roof. And typically, when you are drawing exterior walls, they will go up to your roof. So this is pretty common. And then Nicole, am I ready to draw?
No.
Not quite, right?
You need to go to location line.
Yep.
And change that from wall center line to finish base interior.
Perfect. Okay, now Fabi, am I ready?
Yep.
Awesome. So Olivia, if you can't answer this, it's fine. Do you remember how long I want that first wall to be? I did really crappy math.
30-ish feet?
About 30-ish feet. Good. So I'm going to click and drag, and I'm just going to type in 30, enter, and I'm going to zoom in. Oh, you can't see anything yet. So this is one place where I just wanted to stop and pause. So here's my basic exterior wall. And are you guys okay to draw that 30-foot wall? And then we'll stop for a minute and just see if it's correct. Okay, give it a try. So again, just WA and then 30, enter. Should get you there. And then once you're there, we're going to change something on our views. So this will be a new concept. So see, you guys don't have to take notes today because I'm taking them for you. It's always good to take a picture of the board before you go. So in each one of your windows, we get to pick our display settings. So see where my courtyard level is? Okay, look at my mouse, you come straight down here. These are the two things that we're going to look at really quickly. Right now, pardon me, our detail level is set to coarse. So if I hover over this again, do you see how it says detail level coarse? You might not if you're in the way back, but click on that and let's change it to medium. And then I'm going to zoom in. And do you guys see how there's more detail now? Okay. I'm going to pull down and change it to fine. It didn't change much between those two, right? Okay. So go ahead and change your detail level to at least medium.
Does it matter if mine's like flipped? Like those little lines are like on the top.
It
not
does
flat.
matter, and I'm so glad you said that because yours are right and mine are
Right.
wrong. Yep. So there's one more note. Come on, Diamond, you can do this. Okay. right now, my walls, so just to let you guys know, I started from right to left, and this is my top wall, okay? Is this correct? No. So let me show you a better way of, my eyes have a really hard time seeing in this view. Type in TL and tell me what happened to your view. So this is toggling back and forth between what's called thin line and thick line, okay? Whatever you have is what you're going to print. So if you want it to print like this, excellent. If you want to show line weight, do TL. To all of my AutoCAD people, you don't have to worry about line weights, you don't have to worry about pen settings, everything's automatic in here. Do we love Revit? We should make it a Valentine. Thanks, Revit. So my wall is flipped the wrong way. Based on what we did last class, how do I flip this? I hope so. Yep, spacebar. Awesome. So that just reverses the direction. So when you start working on a project, I have the worst habit of always being on course because my eyes just, I don't know, they just don't work well. And so when I have this much detail on the screen, essentially my eyes go out of focus, so it's easier for me to work in the course setting, but I can't tell you how often I've drawn an entire building inversed and then I have to go back and change the whole thing. So that's why, if anybody has old, painful eyes like me, change your view settings. Yes, Ashley?
My wall's just not changing when I click like course.
Oh, okay, so let's click on your wall first. Let's select it. And then up here in the upper right, what wall did you draw? See how mine says basic wall, exterior wood siding on wood stud?
Yeah. Sorry, how do I select the whole wall again?
Oh, click on it. Okay. I'm forgetting to tell you guys to hit escape twice. There are lots of things. Remember I said Revit should be intuitive? It's way too intuitive to me. There's things I don't tell you to do that I expect you're doing. Ashley, I'm sorry. Are you good now?
Yes.
Okay. Does it look right? And can you flip it? Maybe?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Don't be sorry. These are what these first classes are for. If it didn't work, let me come. I was doing something ridiculous. I was trying to pull up the Devo song called Revit. So I'm ready to flip it. Okay, click on your wall for me. And then hit spacebar. It is flipped. But now zoom in for me. And actually, you're right. So down here, you've already changed the view settings. And hit maximize your screen so you get all of this beautiful real estate.
Oh, that's better.
Awesome. Is that what you want?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, anybody know the Devo song?
Yeah.
Whip it, good. Flip it good. We don't have time. We'll move on. See, all of this like horrible stuff at the beginning of class is preventing me from pulling up fun YouTube videos. Dang it. Maybe you guys are happy with that. I don't know. Okay, so we've got our 30 feet, and then really hopping back into, I'm going to keep calling it our sketch. Hopping into our sketch, I can start from this side. I can at least build this wall. So if I were to draw this wall down, what's this interior finish dimension?
16 inches.
Awesome, 16 feet 3. So I'm just going to go back to wall. I'm going to grab a corner, hit spacebar. See how it's coming in on the wrong side? So I hit spacebar to flip it, and then here, to put in 16 feet 3, take a look at my screen. 16 space 3 or 16 feet 3. You never have to put in inches. Don't waste your time. So this works. So 16 apostrophe 3 or 16 space 3. So I'm a space person. 16 3. Let me go back to our sketch. Hang out where you are. Let me, oh wait, you guys already see your sketch. You guys should help me. How far do we go across? Do we know? Not really, right? Approximately.
17.
Yeah, so we could do 16.3 plus 5.
No, 12.3.
12.3, sorry. Yeah, so let's just come out about 17 feet. We'll fix it later. You guys with me? Yeah, so let's just do 17 feet, knowing that we're going to fix it. So let's come here. 17, let's do 17 feet 6, just so you guys can practice putting in inches.
So if we already did 17,
Add another 6 inches for me.
I can just do that over here.
Yeah, so if you're still in the wall command, just keep dragging over and put 0 space 6. And then now let's hit escape twice to get us out of the wall command. I have been a bad example of getting out of the, actually I've been an excellent example. I just haven't been telling you how to do it. Okay, so we've got these walls so far. If we look at our 3D, woohoo! Look, Mom, I have walls. Okay. Coming back to my sketch again. What I'm gonna do, since I didn't really know what this was, let's just decide what walls we're gonna put in, and then at this point, you guys can hang out with me, you can go ahead, whatever you guys want to do. But I'm gonna put in this interior partition. Now, I still hear some clicking, which is totally fine, but before I start putting in the interiors, will you guys throw up a hand if you need help drawing in your initial walls? Are we good? Okay. Remember, you guys pay me to help you. So if you are stuck on something, get your money's worth. Throw up a hand, whatever you need, but get your money's worth while you're in here. This is why I'm here. I'm here to help you. Nobody came here knowing Revit, okay? I don't expect you to know anything. In like a few weeks, yes, but today, no. Okay, so this first wall, where are we gonna put it? How many feet over? 12 foot 3. Let me show you 2 ways of doing it, and you're gonna think I'm crazy both ways, but this is how Revit rolls. So I'm gonna do wall. I'm gonna pull down here. I don't need generic, but this is a small wall, so I'm just gonna do a 4.5 partition. Okay, everybody with me so far? Now here, I can't really figure out where this is, so I just draw a wall, and actually I can do one part of it. Where is 16 feet 3? This part is at 9 feet 6. Everybody with me there? So let me back up just a little bit. So I'm at least going to change it to finish face interior. I'm gonna pull down, I said it was 9.6, right? So that was really lucky. It stopped at 9.6. That never happened. So I'm just gonna put in 9 space 6. And I'm gonna pull it to the side. And it was 5 feet this way, right? I'm gonna say it was 5 feet. 5, enter. Okay. So right now, this wall's kind of in the middle of nowhere. So what I'm gonna do here, remember our quick dimensions? If I know that the finished face is, I need to pull this plan up to my side. Sorry, let me copy this so I can have it over here too. We're gonna do it both ways. Ooh. Come on, computer, go, go, go. Okay, sorry. We've got, drum roll, 12.3 on that side, right? So when we've got our 12.3 finish face, do these help me yet? No. So one thing that you can do, you can click on these. Whoops, don't click there. See how now that they're interior face? Now I can change this to 12.3. That's one way. Now I'm always the lucky one, right? I click on it and I kind of at least have the dimension I want. Let's say you click on it and you don't have the dimension you want. How can you indicate that this is 12 feet 3 away? What can you draw in here? Perfect. DI. What should I change first? We talked about this at the beginning of class.
Wall center line.
Yeah. Change it to wall faces. Everybody with me? I hope so. If I'm going too fast, yell at me. Okay. So wall faces. This is where I have the hardest time with this medium detail. I can't handle this. My eyeballs cannot see the difference between this edge or that edge or whatever edge. I'm gonna go back to course. Okay. So I'm gonna go from here to here and then click in the middle of nowhere. Now, what should I click on to change? My dimension or my wall? Well done. So yeah, if you are in the space, you have to physically grab that wall and move it. And my dimension is 12 space 3. Okay?
So did we not have to connect this one because it's a partition?
Which connect it with?
when we draw the wall, do the unconnected.
Oh, did I not specify where it's going? Let's see. Oh, thank you, Tara. Tara, right? Am I calling you the right name? Okay, well done. I didn't even notice that. No. How did you notice that?
Why did you know?
Well, because I was looked up.
Ah, okay, well done. Yeah, so I didn't even notice that I drew my walls unconnected. But remember, is it detrimental? No. I just grab them, I come to my properties, and I say top constraint, roof, apply.
And you can do the hover tab.
Yeah, and on
Get
this
both of
one,
those.
yeah, let me do, since it was just two, I did the shift. But yeah, hover tab
okay.
click works here too. Thank you.
And I'm kind of confused what you guys are talking about.
Oh, let me come back. So I was confused too because I was like, I did something wrong. I don't know how she noticed, but do you see how this wall is down here? Okay, so Tara, how did you notice that my wall was unconnected?
Because I did wall,
Uh-huh.
mine, we changed to finish face and we started drawing, but it still said unconnected.
Oh,
so my
got
brain
it.
went pause.
Okay, that's awesome. Good, I'm glad you noticed.
So
So,
I didn't draw until you could answer my question.
okay, good. So Tara just noticed that when she was drawing her wall, I changed the finish face, but I didn't indicate what level it should go to. But I noticed it when she mentioned it, and I could see here. So all of these walls should go up to the roof. And do you see how in 3D the sky's hanging out down here while my roof is here? So now, all of you guys will have to do this probably because I'm a bad example. So do your hover tab click. So when you grab your walls, do you see how in your properties, how many of you guys say top constraint unconnected? Okay. All right. So what you want to do is go up to the roof. It's on fire.
So like normally you'd want to do that before you drew your
Yeah.
walls.
Absolutely. I get excited talking to you guys and when I'm Googling Devo videos. So, you know, it'll happen to you guys at work. You'll be talking to a coworker and be like, where did that wall go? Quit talking to me. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep going. So for this next wall here, so I'm going to, I don't know, how would you guys do this? Would you guys just sketch something in? Oh, let me show you something really cool. This is so lame, but I'm so excited. I usually don't teach this class, but we're going to do it. You guys have earned it. So, bonus content. CS, create similar. The claw. Okay. Create similar. So over here we have this wall, and I know that I want to make that other wall again, right? I could click on wall and I could do all those settings again, or take a look at my screen. You can click on the wall and say CS for create similar. And then Revit knows, oh, she wants to create this again, and I can just come and start drawing. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have WA first before you do
Mm-mm.
recommend?
No, what we want to do, grab it, CS to create similar. And again, I'm not drawing it accurately at all. I'm going to use my dimensions to fix it, and you can decide how you want to use your dimensions. You can use your quick dimensions by editing it. So I'm going to be really OCD. Let me undo that. Let me count the differences in the clicks. So create similar, and just the clicks and the dimensions. So if I use a quick dimension, 1 click, 2, 3, 4, okay, that was 4 clicks. Or DI, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I save 1 click, people. Do whatever you'd like, but just make sure you get a dimension in there.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I put my wall in,
Mm-hmm.
down and over,
Yeah.
and then when I did my dimension and changed it, it pushed it and then gave me an error cannot be ignored, element is reversed.
Oh, so I wonder which wall is it saying it's reversed?
The little,
The interior wall?
yeah, this little one is supposed to go this way,
That's really weird.
5 feet.
Hit escape for me. Hit cancel. Let's see what's there first. Okay, so that's, zoom out. That's not your 5-foot wall. This is your 12-foot 3 wall.
Yeah, so this is the one I changed, and it moved it over and kept this one, and now it's flipped.
Okay, so the
For my
reason
wall.
why, it's just trying to connect it.
Yeah.
Let's see, you might have to redraw it just because what it's telling you is, so take a look at me, I'm voguing real quick. So right now your wall's like this.
Yeah.
So when you move it, this wall stays here, but this wall's there. Revit doesn't want to inverse it to bring it that way.
Okay.
So it's just saying, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to inverse your wall. It doesn't get that this wall wouldn't be affected,
Okay.
right? So I would say you're okay to let it go,
Okay.
delete that little nubbin and redraw it. So why don't,
This one?
yeah.
After I move the wall or before?
But right now it's not letting you move the wall with the
Right.
nubbin there, right?
Right.
So you answer that for me.
Okay.
Good answer. Good.
Okay.
So go ahead and move it to 12-3, and then you can throw in your 5. Better?
Yeah.
Cool. Now you can go ahead and do the other ones too. All right, so I'm gonna just keep kind of plugging away like this. For today, just to not overwhelm you with drafting commands, we will have a whole thing on drafting commands. Just do drag ends to fix your corners, okay? Oh, that's so ugly. Can I at least give you one?
How do you do that? I'm sorry.
Hang on. Let me save my project real quick, because is it telling you to save your project?
No, but I will.
Okay, it'll tell you in just a sec, so I'm gonna go ahead and save mine. Okay. I'm gonna put this in its own folder and call it Tiny House. How is it the 23rd of January already? Oh my gosh. I like to throw dates on here just so I know. You don't have to throw in a date, but I like to date mine. Whoops. Will you guys do me a favor? After you get it saved, will you come up, and it doesn't matter what wall or where you draw it, will you draw a couple walls for me that look like this? So, sorry, 3 sets of walls that look like that. Ignore the fact that I'm copying mine. Okay, I just want you guys to have 3 walls like this. The length doesn't matter, the wall type doesn't matter, but just get them something like this.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How do I, if it's not letting me change my dimension, and there's like a little lock or something, how do I?
Let me come take a look. I'm not sure. You should have locked anything yet. Find out. Okay, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna do this in.
Forgive me for not writing on the screen.
Oh, I have no idea. Let me get another color for this other part. And oh, look
just trying to change that to the 5 feet.
Okay. So when you and I are on a project site,
Yeah.
holding a tape measure, we want to move a wall.
Yeah.
What helps, holding the tape measure or holding the wall? So click on the wall you want to move, that one. There you go, and see how it got smaller?
Mm-hmm.
So now you can click in there and change it to 5 feet.
Okay. Got it. Thank
Did you
you.
have the same question?
Yeah.
Cool. Did that help?
Yes, I think
Okay.
so.
Awesome. Well, let me come take a look. Let's see if it did work, and if not, we'll try something else. So you can just click anywhere. Yeah, so click, that one is, so delete that one. Remember the whole let it go thing? Okay, and then go ahead and hit okay. For whatever reason that got constrained, which means that that's just where it was going to keep your wall. Go ahead and draw another dimension for me.
It doesn't really help far down.
No, not at all. These are just kind of us sketching dimensions on there to help us draw our walls. And go ahead and place that one. So click kind of in the middle, no worries.
Just this way, just one of each.
Hit escape a couple times to get out of dimension. Now click on your wall and change it to 5 feet. And just because I'm zoom in for me so we can really see what you're doing. I think that's part of what's going on. I think when you're zoomed out and then you're like, oh, well, like, hey.
Yeah, my mom.
Little dressing rooms outside
Yeah.
the house.
Okay, now go ahead and zoom in for me so you can really see what you're putting down. Go ahead and click on that wall.
Sorry, bothering with that window behind you.
I know, talking about that.
That one. Right on this one. Okay. And now hit cancel. And go back and click on that wall. Okay. I'm not sure why your dimensions were
I guess we
constrained,
don't know
but they
how
were.
high it is.
And don't even worry about
I'm like,
backspace, just hit 5. Because when it's highlighted, it knows you're about to use it.
It's gotta be like 18 or, there's a certain amount of inches.
And what we're about to do will help you with your corners. Okay. Does anybody else need help getting in their 5-foot wall? Is there? Okay, I know there's a big glare on the screen for you guys in the back. If you have to stand up, please stand up. But what I want to show you guys is another command, and I use this all the time, and I think you guys will use it all the time. It's called TR. It stands for trim, but it's completely different than what AutoCAD's trim is. If you've taken AutoCAD, this is the fillet command. Do you guys know what that is? Okay, so if you don't know what that means, that's okay, but if you've taken CAD, you might know what that means. So in Revit, you can hit the trim command, TR, and what it does is it essentially fixes corners by either extending things that are perpendicular to each other, or, so here's my X. So the way that it works is if something is perpendicular, it'll trim them to make a perfect corner, or if they're not quite meeting, they will extend them to make a perfect corner. So I just made a couple scenarios that are different from each other so you can kind of see and understand how it works. So in my first scenario right here, A and B, I want them to extend together. And the thing with trim is you always want to click on what you want to keep. This one's easy. Oh no, don't zoom in. Naima. Okay, let's do that again.
We got it. We understand.
I'm so sad.
That took a lot of setup, yeah. That's cool.
Let's do that. And this will be so funny. We'll call it, no.
We know what you mean.
Okay, good. I hope so.
Yeah, we did.
I'll just keep voguing. There we go. Good enough. So the first one's super easy because what I do, just take a look at my screen and then we'll try the first one. And then I'll do the second one, then you guys try the second. So this is the corner I want to fix. So I type in TR, I click on what I want to keep, which is both of them. I'm not going to zoom out, but no, actually I can pan up. See how it fixed the corner? Okay, so go ahead and try that for me. So TR, click on what you want to keep. So 1 and then 2.
Whoa. My second one went away.
Okay.
Getting down on it.
So hit escape
Okay.
and then Control Z to bring it back. Let me look at your screens, okay? So do TR again. I think I know what's happening. Let me try to copy you.
They're not level
Actually, enough.
It doesn't even matter, but let me show you. I think I know what's happening. Let me do mine again.
It worked the
TR,
second time.
here, and I'm going to click way up here this time. Does that make a difference? No? Let me watch you guys do it.
It worked the second time.
Oh, it did? I'm magic.
It's one of those let it
Okay,
go.
whatever. Okay.
Try that.
Everybody got a corner?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, and if you're still drawing yours, I'm going to keep going, but try them before you keep drawing. It should be a fun exercise. And it's also on the lecture, so you can try it there too. So with this one here, again, I'm going to pan this up so you can kind of see what's going on. But you guys shout out to me. Actually, don't shout it out yet. Wait 10 seconds so people can think about it. I've got line A, B, C, and D. To create the corner that I've drawn in red, which two do I want to click? So wait just a sec. 5, 4. I'm so excited. Which two should we click? A and B. Click on what you want to click. Or click on what you want to keep. I'm going to put it here so you can see what I'm doing. TR. Keep this, it deletes the rest. Okay? Coming over here, we've got this one. 5 seconds. Tell me which two to keep to make that kind of upper corner. Which two? DC. Good. Click on what you want to keep. I want to keep D. I want to keep C. This is all very visual. So as you're working through, look at that corner and think, which one do I want to keep? Like really just think about you and you. You're staying. Everything else gets cut off. Like you're saving them. Like, I'm going to hold on to you. The others will break away. I'm very dramatic even when I draft. Whatever it takes. But here's the thing. Is it detrimental if I did this on accident? Because in my head I was like, oh, this is what I want to get rid of. So that's what I clicked on. Is this a big deal? What do I do to fix it? Control Z, and I start it over. And I'm like, okay, this time I'm going to do this one and this one. Got it? Okay, so you will probably need that quite a bit as you're working today. See how I need it? Okay, A, B, C. Where should I click?
You trying to extend it? What are you trying to do?
I don't know. You tell me. What am I trying to do?
I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to extend it to here and get rid of this?
Yes. So where do I click? A, B, C. Okay. Does it matter if I click up here or here? Should we find out? See how it even kind of warned me? It was like, I'm going to do this. So if you see that, you can be like, whoops, bring it up here. Do you see that? So click on what you want to keep. It tries to help you. Even if you mess up, move on. Control Z, do it again. Okay. TR. Yes, ma'am.
And then we do this after we get our measurements, right, for the room?
No, whenever you're ready to make a corner. If I didn't here, not necessarily, because I could have even fixed this first and then moved my wall, right? So, I mean, that's just the thing about Revit. It's fine. It's fine. It's flexible, yes. Revit is a yogi. It's an all-knowing yogi. Yay. So let's keep going with this. I am going to walk through the rest of the house. Looking at people's screens, some of you are with me, some of you guys have the house done and then some. Good on ya. Let me get this wrapped up and then we will throw in some windows and doors together too. So I've got my sketch to the side. I've got my 12-3, my 5-0. Don't look at my screen for a minute. I'm cheating just so you can see my measurements better. Except, not really. This wall right here is not a basic partition. This one I'm going to put as at least a 6.5. But because I was smart and I did my finished face interior, it didn't affect my 5 feet. It may have affected my kitchen because it's got to go somewhere, but that's okay. So again, this wall, 6.5-inch partition. Yep. And now I've got my kitchen wall, which is an exterior. So instead of hitting WA going to the pull down, what's a shortcut I can do? Top of the board.
Oh, yeah. Create similar.
Create similar, yep. So since I want to do an exterior wall, it's been a while since I've thought about it. I've kind of forgotten what it is. So I'm just going to click on it and say, create similar. And I'm just going to pull this down here. Again, just kind of eyeballing it. What do you guys like? Let me kind of copy what you're doing. Do you like the quick dimensions or do you like to draw in the dimension and move it? Quick dimension, anybody?
I've been
Meaning
yeah.
you type in the amount that you want and it goes there, is that right?
Yeah, but do you, like to start it, do you use this quick dimension or do you actually physically draw it in? Okay, so I'll do it that way. So DI. And again, this wall is 12 feet. Okay. And this next part is a little bit tricky because I have got, my mouse, where are you? There you go. So this next part, this is only 7 feet 7, but then I have all this other space here. So the 7 feet 7, I'm not quite sure exactly where it's coming. It could just be this part right here. So I'll start with this being 7 feet 7, and then we'll keep going from there. So let me do another dimension. This time, do you see I'm going to put it on the bottom of that wall? I grabbed the end of it. And this time I'm going to say make it 7 feet 7. Okay. Oh, whoops, sorry. I have it open over here, and now the great room is 17.6 by 18 feet 11. And I am going to make an assumption that the great room starts here. See this wall right there? I'm going to say that this is where the 1811 starts from. Not up here, but I'm going to say here. I could be wrong, but I guess I want it to be a little bit bigger. So from here down, I'm going to say is 18 feet 11. Everybody with me? Okay. So what I can do here, I'm going to show you guys one other way of kind of keeping things straight. So take a look up at my screen, and you guys can draw this. Why don't you guys draw this now with me? Even if you're not ready to draw your great room, it'll help you when you are. So let me just check one thing. So before we draw this, it's important that our bathroom is the right dimension. So at least this 9.6 by 5 feet should be correct. Check that real quick. And then if that's right, we're going to go to the outside of our bathroom and put something down to help us find this 18 feet 11. So I don't have to just draw it randomly like I have been. When you're done, stop clicking so that I know that you guys are ready. Even if you're working on something else, just give me a moment of silence.
So when you say putting something down, you mean a dimension down? But
Something totally new, a whole new world. Okay.
I'm struggling with something that I think is probably really basic.
What?
When I'm dimensioning, I don't know how to like end it.
Oh, so remember, I truly mean it. Click in the middle of nowhere. So when you're dimensioning, right?
Yeah.
Like here's my 9.6.
Okay.
You really just have to say, I'm not going to click on anything that needs to be dimensioned. So, yeah.
Thank you. I
You're
was
welcome.
doing it sometimes without realizing what I was doing, and then other times not.
You're fine. Bobby?
Is this wall supposed to be 6.5 partition?
Yes, this
Okay,
wall right here.
So this line's okay.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
think do a TR for me to kind of connect them together. You shouldn't even need that line there. Revit should just connect them. Does any of you connect them? Okay, do this too.
Well, I already did the trim,
'Kay.
but there's just a line, and I just didn't
I
know
have
if
that
that
too.
was something that I
Weird.
needed to be aware of.
There shouldn't be one. So do this. Grab it, and we're going to pull it up out of the way. So what I did, click on it, and you'll see this little blue dot, and that's your drag point. So drag it out of the way. So drag it up or down, either way. And now do a TR to see if it'll cleanly connect them. Weird, you're still getting your line?
Yeah, because this one's 6.5.
So is mine though.
partitioner, and then this other one is 4.5.
Yep, so is mine. I don't know why it's giving you that line. We'll figure that out later. For now, we'll keep going. Lindy, did your line stay there?
Yeah.
Okay. there's probably a join issue. We're not doing that today. We'll do it in a couple weeks. Okay. Does everybody have their 9/6? I don't hear clicking. Taylor, what's up?
Well, it's not on the 9/6. It's my 7 inches.
Uh-huh.
It's not. I'm clicking the wall and trying to change the dimension so it snaps, but
Yeah.
it's not.
It's not. Okay, so when you click it, do you see a lock down here? Like right about this area. No lock. Okay, let's hey, no lock, no lock. See what I did? Let's take a look. So hit escape for me, just because I don't know. Now click on the wall. Okay, so that dimension, I don't know why it doesn't think it's connected to that wall. It's really weird. So delete that dimension. Yep, and draw it again. Yeah, try that one, and then be careful because see how you already have this wall here. Make sure you come down that this wall highlights. Yeah, see that little tiny nubbin? Yes, that little. Now it should work. Start escape. Okay, let's do it one other way. So hit delete for me. Okay, so then click on your wall again, and then this time we don't even have a quick dimension for you. Let me see if I can even grab this 7. Yeah, we're doing it to the inside. So let's see if we can even or worse. We're gonna try 12. It should let me see that this is the bottom of that wall. Okay. I'm gonna be mean.
Okay.
We're gonna delete that. That could be it. Now try it. I don't know if it'll work, but let's try that because usually when you get that little nubbin, it knows that it's the end of this wall, but it loves this wall here.
Okay.
So it is being like crazy dedicated to that one wall. Fingers crossed, drum roll. There we go.
Oh, they just bounced everywhere.
No,
Is
it's
that
right.
which one?
That's the one you want. Yeah, not your quick dimension, the one you drew.
Perfect.
There we go.
Thank
So
you.
another let it go scenario. All right, so what I'm going to show you guys now, this is another way that you guys can kind of sketch on your plan without it being the walls, okay? So over here on your 9'6", or anywhere really, you're going to type in RP, and that stands for reference plane, RP. And what we're going to do is we're going to drag and draw a line or a reference plane. And I'm going to hit escape twice, and we've drawn a reference plane. So a reference plane is a non-printing element that you can sketch on your plan, and it shows up in every view. So I don't have one now, but if I had, like if I drew one in section, it would also show up in plan. Okay, so RP, just sketch this line for me. And then underneath it, let's do another RP. We're just going to kind of eyeball where it should go. So we've got this one here and this one here. And then, okay, good. Good. Awesome. Okay. Now looking at your screens, looks like most of you guys have them. So just think to yourself for a minute, if these were walls, what do you think we would do next with them to help us draw or indicate where this wall's gonna go? Right? Because I just eyeballed this. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Yeah, so DI from here to here. Okay, so is this even close to the 18 feet 11? That is such a weird dimension. Is it 1811? Yeah, 1811. So which one do I want to click? The top one or the bottom one? Bottom. Good. So if I grab the bottom one, now I can say 18 feet 11. And I think this will be helpful to at least know where this wall ends eventually. I'm going to show you guys that again, just in case I missed you at any point, right? So what was my shortcut? Good, RP, I just click and drag. Now, will this line ever print?
No.
Nope, it's just kind of, it's really truly a reference line. It's a non-printing element. And then I'm going to draw one more down here. Now I don't know what the distance is between them, so I just do DI from here to here. Okay, I hit escape twice to get out of there. Grab the bottom line, and then 18 feet space 11, and I know that that's where my exterior wall should end up. Okay, and I think what I can even do now is I can at least turn this corner down and come across this way, right? So is this at all how you're used to working? No. Me either. I'm getting used to it though. I'm used to it now, but when I first started, I was like, how do I align? Where's my tracking? And I went back to my course dimension just because I want to make sure that my wall, and again, I don't even know where this wall is going. I will show you another command to help you with that. And I think do these two line up? No. This one keeps going. So can you guys look at your sketch for me? Do you guys see your sketch? So if I line up with this wall, actually no, I should have gone to the outside, right? So let me hit Control Z. Are you guys, can you guys see where I'm going with this? So come on, grab the outside wall. Let me go back to course.
Just to flip, you're doing spacebar.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't notice
And
that.
that's
Okay.
before you start drawing the line.
No, at any point. So I'm drawing and I'm flipping it. I'm going too fast, but can you guys see at that corner where it's flipping?
Yeah.
So do you see how it's not grabbing the outside for me? It's just like, I'm going to the inside. That doesn't really help me because honestly, this wall has to come here, and then how much further out does it go? Yep, another 410. So if I stop here though, then I have to draw another little nubbin. What did I just show you guys? What can I draw here to help me find the end of it? Woohoo! And I swear I didn't mean to do this, but you know, some days you just gotta draw a reference plane. So here's my reference plane, and I could even do another reference plane to show where what's the dimension here? 410? Yep, to show where the 410 goes.
But you're going off the center line.
Am I?
Did you go further off the center line?
Mm-mm, I don't think so. Okay. So now, just to make sure, I'm going to go back to medium. So I'm going to go, no, I'm going to leave this weird like that. We'll fix this together, but I'm at least going to go create similar, grab this corner here, space bar to flip. I'm going to come all the way over here, and then back up there, and there's my corner. So something like that.
That 410, I will contend, goes to the exterior from the planes.
It looks like it, huh? Yeah, let me pull up the sketch. So the 410 comes to this outside. So this is easy for me to fix. And I love where this is going just because what I was going to do here, I'm going to do here too for the 410. So I'm going to, every time, what I'm going to try to do this semester, when I have a new command, I'm going to put it in brackets, okay? So we've done CS, TR, TL. We're going to do one more. And this is the align command. I don't know what the align command is. I have different stuff at home. Okay, it's AL. The align command, I think, is really simple. The way that it works is if you have a wall here, but you want to, let me show you with Revit so that when you're at home you can see how it works. Let me use these sketches again. So let me do it this way. Okay, See how these two walls are not aligned with each other? It doesn't even matter that they're different walls. Let's say that both of them need to be flush here. So do you guys see where my cursor is? So this needs to line up, no, sorry. This needs to line up with this. Got it? So with the align command, what you do first is you click on what you want to align to. Is it picking the face?
No.
How do I fix that? Yay, I love everybody's little hands going up. Wall faces. Okay, so it's still not there, so I have to hit tab. Now it actually has it, so I'm going to say, this is what I want, tab, move it. See how it aligned it to it? Okay, I'm going to do that one more time. We're going to do it horizontally this time. So, nope. I'm going to do create similar, just because my brain's having a hard time. This time, I need this wall to come back and meet this wall here, top of the face. Got it? So see exactly where my cursor is? Here, here. So this guy needs to come line up with that guy. We good? So align. What do I click first, A or B?
The one I want to move? Or is it
The one you want to align it to.
Yeah, the one you want to align it to.
align
So let me ask you
Okay,
again,
thank you.
A or B? B, good. So this is where you want it to go. This is what you want to move. I'm going to do that another time. And you guys are going to do it on your own. I'm going to do it on my plan. Let's do 2 more examples. So let's do wall. Okay, we're going to be a little bit different here. So with this one, I need this wall, like this face of it, to line up with this face. So I need to move this here. Okay, so I'm going to go to AL. What do I click first, A or B? Good. Click on where you want to go and then what you want to move. Okay, now here, let's do this one more time. I want this to move and line up down here. So I need this face to line up with this face. What do I click on first, A or B? Good. So AL, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to move. Okay, so align, this is where I want to go. This is where I want to move. Whatever you need to say to help you remember. And if it doesn't work, do the opposite, right? Okay, so in my project, Carol, can you see how align will help me here?
Yeah, you zoomed in too far. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all right. So here, this is where we were. This is the entrance. And remember how you were like, I am going to contend that this needs to be here. So, A, B. Got it? So align. What do I hit first?
B, and then move the reference line out?
I think it might be the opposite. Let me show you the sketch.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So this is the sketch. This is the 410.
Right.
And see how the wall is on the inside of that? And then on my plan, here's the 410. Got it?
Yeah. Now
So-
I'm understanding where that reference is.
Okay, so now we're going to go align and we're going to say, this is where we want to go. This is what we want to move.
Got it.
And now looking back at this plan, are we aligned? Yeah? Cool. So we moved it. Okay, we've still got our 410. Now here, this is another one of those instances where I'm not necessarily aligning yet. And I don't know exactly how these are supposed to be aligned to each other yet, but I do know, do you guys see where I am in the plan in this hallway here? Okay, I'm going to go back to our sketch. So here, do you guys see that this wall comes all the way down like this?
No.
So do you guys see these dashed lines? This means that there's an actual like overhead opening here. It's not that the wall starts and then it continues again. So for example, in our hallway, it has an opening. That's why the dashed lines are there. It means that there's a header. pretend there's not a door here. You guys with me on that one? So in the hallway, there's dashed lines, and that means there's a header. So there's an opening that you walk through. That's the worst sound ever. Yeah, I'm sorry. If those dashed lines weren't there, it would mean that this header doesn't exist. The walls just go all the way up. That's a really uncommon detail, just because it's really tall. There's usually a header on something holding it up. So because of that, do you guys see that I can drag this wall all the way down to meet this wall? Okay, so I'm going to do that first. So I can even align it, I think. We'll see. We'll see if this works. So AL, and I'm going to say, this is where I want to go. Let me see if I can find you. I'm hitting tab right now. Can I find you? It's okay. It didn't. Did it work? No. So I can't use the align command with that. What can I use? What can I use to fix corners?
Trim.
Good. I'll do a trim. I'll do TR. And I'm just going to drag this down here. The other thing that I could have done, when you click on a wall, you always have this drag wall end. These little blue dots mean you can click on me and drag me down. Okay. It's giving me some warnings just because these walls are together, but either one of those works. I'm going to go with trim just because I like these nice clean corners. Now here, am I okay? Not necessarily. Yeah, so looking at my plan, right, does this wall have a jog in it on the inside? No.
Now could you do the align?
Now I can do the align, so I'm going to say align. I want to go here, and this is what I want to move. And then Fabi and Lindy, did you guys notice that now I have this separation? Yeah, and it could be because of my view level. Yeah, it shows up on all of these now, so yeah.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Would you have wanted to align your exterior wall with interior? Because now your exterior wall's skinnier than it should be, shouldn't it? No?
Which interior wall? Sorry?
Because you extended, this wall, right?
Yep. Uh-huh.
And this wall was a little wider.
There's still different wall types. This is still my exterior.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. This is totally new. You have been working in Revit for like 3 hours now. We've got an hour today, a couple hours the other day. We're good. And this is something that you can verify for yourself too, right? So if it comes up, just click on it and verify what you have. But we're good. Okay, as long as it's lining up on the inside. Okay. And something here, I think this room's way too big. Maybe I'm right, I don't know. Okay, that is 16.3. This hall, oh, that's right. This hallway seems huge. I forgot that there's like a laundry room right here. So what I would say, in your hallway, make sure your hallway's at least 3 feet. And let's see if we can get the laundry to fit within it. But I'm going to pause now, and I'm just going to let you guys work. And then let's go ahead, and when we come back on, what day do we come back? Tuesday. Let's do the windows and doors together on Tuesday. So your homework this week, let's hop into that before I hit pause, because then I start losing people. We'll just finish out the lecture. So this is our tiny house. It was the modern Casita, but let me pull up your actual assignment from home. So you might still have to work on both of them, and let me look at the rubric to make sure it's right. So here's our modern house. I'm going to rename this 2-bedroom so it's not confusing. I'll have to do that with all of them. So let's do 2-bedroom. Oops. I'll even call it 2-bedroom Casita. No, not 2 Casita. That's how you spell Casita, right? Yeah. So for your assignment this week, I want you guys to go to this link. And you guys should notice that it looks like the exact same house, right? But on the floor plan, do you see how they added this extra bedroom here? Our floor plan essentially ends here. So what this allows you to do is to start the process again. Go home, open up the residential templates, write your notes on like the ceiling heights, the wall types. It should be all the same wall types, right? And you can get your the 2-bedroom going. Okay? Any questions on that?
Do you just want us to do the 2 bedrooms, or do you want us to include the bath as well?
Oh, I want you to do the whole house.
Okay.
Yep, the whole house plan. Let me look at the rubric to see. Oh, perfect. Okay. So I am not looking for windows and doors. Read it quickly. Am I looking for windows and doors? No. So this is what I'm looking for.
Cabinets or beds,
No, just what we did today. Yep, so if you look at my Revit plan, I'm almost done with the first exercise. I'm just looking for the shell of the building. So the shell in this case is really just the exterior and interior walls, okay? So let me read through the rubric one more time. So unique wall types used. That means that I don't want one generic wall through the whole thing. We looked through the plan and we found how many unique wall types? 3 unique wall types. For your homework, we've already found out what those are. So just use those same walls again because it really is the same plan. Any questions on that part? No? Okay. So on your plans, I will look through and I'll make sure that there's the 3 different wall types. Accurate plan created based on given dimensions. So what I would like for this, I need to be more specific here. When you guys are done, I'd like you guys just to put in the overall room dimensions similar to what I have here. So I can quickly look and say, okay, they've got it pretty close. You might end up 6 inches off somewhere, but that's fine because our wall types are not the same wall types that are in the 2-bedroom plan. Got it? So let me add to the rubric. Let me edit this. Please include overall room dimensions. Are you guys comfortable doing that? Overall room dimensions when you're done? Yeah? Okay. Yes.
Things like the washer and dryer, laundry room closet, do we just sort of eyeball those?
Yep.
and
Try your
estimate?
best. Yep.
Okay.
And then throw in those dimensions just to see where they end up.
Okay.
Yep. Because really, we don't know. We'll make it
Right.
work with what we have.
Okay. Thank you.
So I also want you guys to turn in your Revit file. Okay, so turn in your Revit file. PDF turned in. So here I put after class. I might change that this semester. I think I'd like you guys to turn in your PDF before class. And then the reason why the next round of drawings you're turning in will have your windows and your doors. But we've done, I think, a lot more practicing with printing than my last semester. So just remember that I want you guys to, so I put, please include A101, your main floor plan, and 2 other sheets of your choice. They can even be blank. So I will even help you with this. I will even say what sheets I want you to turn in. Okay, let's even be more specific. So A101 and let's do an exterior view. And you might have to change the names of these. Only because right now they're just whatever is in your residential template. So I can show you guys how to change those. Let me ask you this, because we're in interior design, do you want your sheets to be A for architectural or AI for architectural interiors or I? We can pick as a class. What would you guys like? A, AI, or I? I? Okay. And if you guys want to make it something else, that's fine. Just be consistent. Whatever you have on one sheet, make sure it's all the same. Okay? So A101, I think we're calling this courtyard level. I201, and then let's make the third one your choice. Okay? Is that all right? Eventually we're going to be adding, even in class next week, we're going to be adding more sheets. But these are the sheets you should have in your set. I'm going to write combined sheets. So don't turn in 3 separate sheets. One PDF with all 3 of them. Okay? PDF. And let me get rid of after class. PDF is to scale. And then remember, your scale isn't just that you put that it was 1/4 inch. What is the big thing to make sure you're doing to make sure your PDF is to scale? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so your extents, so that's the next one. So those are your extents. What happens if I have a 24 by 36 layout and I print it on 8.5 by 11 on accident? Is that to scale? No. So just make sure here I will put use correct paper size. And I think in this instance it should be arch D, and I think it could actually, I think it's arch D plus. Okay. Does that help? Okay. I want you guys to get all of these points. I'm not trying to trick you. The rubric is here to help you know exactly what I want you guys to know and how to turn it in. So PDF layout includes cropped view of the plan. You already know how to do this, so I'm going to get rid of after class. So that's how you guys will get your 30 points for this first assignment. Okay. I'm going to look at the exercise 2. I'll probably just copy this because I'm sure the exercise says stuff from last semester, but same with the exercise. Ashley, what was your question?
If you need like a little bit of extra help with like printing and all of that,
Yeah.
you can just watch your first.
Absolutely. Everything's all online.
Okay.
And if you're at home and you go to print and you're like, that didn't work, just pull up that lecture and watch it again. And if it still doesn't help, I'm here for you. So, but try it. Try it with the lecture too. Yeah.
I don't know that I am sure about what you mean by PDF layout includes a cropped view.
So that's a great question. So in Revit right now, this is one of the last things that we did last time. If I go to my first floor plan, why would I want to crop this view? So, sorry, see my sheet? Yep. So remember one of the last things we did last time, we took this little box and we brought it in just around the floor plan?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, sheet placement isn't great right now. The view title's all the way here, my floor plan's here. That's what I'm referring to there. Does that help?
Yeah.
And you prefer it to be kind of in the bottom right
Center
corner?
or bottom right? And the reason why it's in the bottom right, does anybody have it? Olivia, can I borrow your notebook?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Pretend this is a plan set, right? So let's say that this is a big plan set. When people look through, they usually look through like this. So that's why our sheet numbers are always in the bottom right, so you can quickly find it. If I find a floor plan, sometimes you can just peek and see what's there. Or if you start on the left side, okay, I'm being dramatic, but that's why the numbering is always in the bottom or top right. Okay, thank you for that. All right, so we covered a lot more ground today. I think we built on what we did last week. We added more. We'll be starting projects at least 1-2 more times in this class. So next week when we come in, what we're going to be going over is how to insert windows and doors again. That really doesn't take a lot of time. And then we can do a review on all of this, whatever you guys need. But the biggest thing that you can do to help yourselves is to really do that 2-bedroom example on your own over the weekend. It'll just be that much more help and experience for you guys. Taylor?
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the plan, and
Uh-huh.
like the kitchen and the great room, the dimensions are slightly different. Are you wanting us to just like focus on the additional bedroom, or are you wanting?
No, I want a whole new plan. Yep, a whole new plan. Yep, so new file, new plan, everything from the start. And I think I had it open.
And should we also be submitting the plans that we were working on today?
Yes, but that's a separate assignment.
Right.
That's the
That's
exercise.
due before class 2.
Yeah, before class next week.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you guys finish today, excellent. If you guys don't finish today, work on it. We have another class coming in 20 minutes. I'm so sorry. if you have time to stay and work, I'm sure that the architecture labs are open. My classes after Revit are like beyond capacity, and we still added a couple people to the Thursday class. So I'm sorry, but again, if there's room in the other labs, there's Revit. So at this point, take some time to maybe save your work, send it to yourself so that if you need to keep working on the exercise, you can easily find it. If you have questions about that, watch the very first class where we went over even Google Drive. You can do your USB, whatever you're comfortable with, okay? Before I turn off the lecture, any other questions?
So all the rubric changes you made to the 2-bedroom
We'll go on.
apply to what we're submitting for today's work.
Yes, and I'm going to do that right now. Yeah, because you're going to go home and you're going to forget I said that. I'm going to forget I said that, so I'm going to do that right now. There will also be questions, and we've already gone over all of the questions. The only thing that might be additional, anything that's in brackets, I could ask you about. Like I might say, what does TL stand for? So what does TL stand for? Yep, thin line, thick line. Good. So that would be the only other thing. Right. So with that, I'm going to stop our lecture. Great job today.